Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
Now a play fake here on first down. And they'll get it all the way out near midfield to the 45. A good pickup there of 20 yards. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Austin. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. And some options here for the offense on 2nd and 2. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. And the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Let's go. Way 90. Tiger. Get ready.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
And the offense behind the chains here, a touch on 2nd and 11.
Let's go.
They'll try to throw here now. Bridgewater. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Used to have a coach who used to tell us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use up paper, guys. Well, nowadays, you know, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game. They covered that play successfully.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. And this is going to be incomplete.
I don't think either one of us is surprised about who they just targeted on that one. I mean, they're going to try and get to him as much as possible. Off to a nice start, but unable to haul that one in.
Yeah, already looked his way a couple of times on this opening drive. Can't connect there. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here, and to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Now the rookie out of Tennessee. This is Alvin Kamara. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
A first update from Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. And the 49ers are out to the early lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Now Breeze. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
On second down, Peterson. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Now Breeze. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Well, if you haven't gotten enough football this Thanksgiving weekend, there's still more to come. Tonight,
yes,
you're pumped up. It's 2 of the most storied franchises in NFL history doing battle, the Packers and Steelers from Heinz Field. Then tomorrow night, more. Wrap up your Cyber Monday with the Texans at the Ravens from Baltimore.
Man, is it time to start shopping already?
Just go online, man. I said Cyber Monday. Click, click, click.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. Even with that broken tackle, can't go very far. Stop short of the 30. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. Another carry now for Gurley. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Over the middle, he hits Austin. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Bridgewater now from the 50. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Bridgewater again. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Third and long for Bridgewater. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. And it looks like this will likely be the last play before we hit the 2-minute warning. A first down throw for Bridgewater. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A minute 59 to go in the first half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout. So the offense has it 1st and 10. From the gun, Bridgewater. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Trey Hendrickson in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. To throw, Bridgewater. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Breeze to throw on 2nd down. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Tremaine Johnson. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. How about that for a little jolt right before intermission?
Talk about taking momentum into the half with you, and so many teams have an emphasis on trying to score in the last 2 minutes of a half to carry that with them. It's not often talked about scoring on defense, though. That's extra mo.
And now they may take the lead into the locker room as well. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Breeze now. And brought in here by Flainer. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. Throwing on 1st down is Breeze. Buying time to his left. And this one is incomplete. He was looking for Mark Ingram there. And it's 2nd down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Breeze will try again on 2nd down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit. And give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down. Now Breeze on 3rd down. He'll air this one toward Coleman. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Yeah, here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
Let's go.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, right? Number one,
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trey Hendrickson in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. And an update from a game going on up in Santa Clara. And early on, the driver's seat belongs to the Seahawks. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. They go play action here on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, they'll force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. Bridgewater now. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
Now, that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
On first down, it's Gurley. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Throwing is Bridgewater. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The Rams on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. He's going to find his man. That's Tavon Austin. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Back to the ground game here. Gurley takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. So what will they do? On the ground, through the air, let's see. 2nd and 9. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. The Rams on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Get ready.
Bridgewater. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
That is caught at the 7. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10 to the 7. A very solid gain of 27. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. To the air again with Bridgewater. Forced out to his left. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. Accelerating, and off he goes. The 40. He's at the 30. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. So a big turn of events there. This defense makes the play. They return it for the score, and now they have the lead.
So much for ball security for the offense. Playing with a lead in the second half. They give the ball up, and all of a sudden they're behind.
Big-time fumble. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way for 6 points.
I just wonder, partner, sometimes they put such an emphasis on things. And, you know, in that situation, as they ran out there, they were told, take care of the football, don't cough it up. And sometimes that's the last thing you hear, and that's exactly what you do.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. They'll run again here with Dunbar. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Now it's Gurley. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Fresh set of downs here.
Let's go. 4, 4, 2, 10. Let's go. 4.
Gurley again here on first down. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Gurley. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll get it down here to the 43. It's a gain of 5, and that's going to make it 4th down. On now is the big leg of Greg Zuerlein. He has hit from as far as 61 away in his career. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
They'll try to get the ground game going with Ingram. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Second down following the run. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
And an update from a game going on up in Santa Clara. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now Breeze. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Aaron Donald in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Now the Rams offense, they worked their way back on the field. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. It's the former Ram, Nick Fairley, in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Let's go.
Second down, Bridgewater. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Trey Hendrickson. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. They'll run it now out of the gun. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. Here's Johnny Hecker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is away, and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now a play fake here on first down. It's complete. Flater, right side. And he's going to get this inside the 30. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Peterson gets the handoff from Breeze. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They'll fake to Peterson, and now Breeze steps away to his left. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the fourth quarter if he needs to make those plays when the legs go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. Now they'll throw with Breeze. Left side and caught by Flainer. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. On third and long, it's Breeze. Escaping the pressure right. And he slides to avoid the hit. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. And Lutz's kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game.
And the Rams now coming out on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open. Now second down. Throwing again, Bridgewater on 2nd and 10.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown, out of his reach and incomplete. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. They go play action. Bridgewater. He finds his man. It's Austin. Tavon Austin. He's going to go. Touchdown, L.A. Tavon Austin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Rams can grab the lead if they hit the extra point. Zerline now for the PAT. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. They also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On On second down, Ingram. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. Could be some contact going on.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Breeze got to have this one. It's complete to Flater. 10 yards on the pickup there. And that leads to a New Orleans first down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
He's back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Trying to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Slot man moves right. They'll look to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion. Now Peterson. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Back to throw. Here's a screen to Powell. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow. How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
Back to throw, Breeze. And this is incomplete. So the inability there to get the 2-point conversion sort of leaves the door at least a little bit more ajar.
And puts the onus now on the kickoff team and the defense to make sure they don't give up a big play that puts them in position to lose.
Especially on this kickoff. Got to be careful. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Rams getting set to go now. 1 possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Let's go.
He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Now Bridgewater. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. Sammy Watkins, the intended target, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Over the middle, he hits Austin. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. One last shot now for Bridgewater. He's going to let it fly. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. Well, Charles, they were close in the end, but they couldn't get that last play, that last little miracle play done. They were within striking distance, but couldn't find a way to score.
They definitely had hope. They definitely had opportunity. Just unable to cash in at the end. Not an easy play by any stretch, but they definitely had a chance.
So for the Saints, the win is a good one for morale, but little else as they move to 3-8. And they'll return home next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for Los Angeles, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals.